Hey, what's up, everybody? So this is this is a pretty late night journal entry video. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick one, and I apologize. I try not to show too much of my upper body. I just showered not too long ago, and I don't have any clean tank tops, and I don't want to put on a shirt. So I figure this is probably fine. I don't think this is like um unacceptable or inappropriate. I don't know. Uh but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do a video journal because it's been a few days, and I don't know. It's just been so up and down the past few weeks. It's like, it's like there's been some days where it's like I'm actually doing pretty decent. And then there's days like today where it's like back to feeling more depressed, and it's just like just not feeling like doing anything, like not having the drive to do anything. Oh, I did go that the buzzer thing. It's not skin, like completely skin smooth, but it is definitely shorter. Um, so it's pretty nice. I'm liking the bald look. Let me know what you guys think. Um, but yeah, so I did that. So it's like I'm still doing like the self-care, and like this morning I did do my exercise bike for like 45 minutes. So that's definitely a win. I did a little bit of ab workout at home as well. So it's like I'm doing stuff, but it's like it's just like I'm like forcing myself to do it. Or it's like I'm not genuinely interested or enjoying doing it, but I know that I need to do it because otherwise I'm just gonna get more depressed. Um, so it's like good in some ways, but in some other ways, it's just like I don't know. That alone is just kind of depressing. Just like not enjoying anything, like just doing stuff because if you don't, you're just gonna feel you're just gonna feel worse. So, but I'm doing okay. I'm not as depressed as I was, like a few weeks back. So at least I'm doing pretty good in that regard. Um, Sorry, I'm still doing this freecash.com offer. I'm coming down to the wire. There's this goal I need to work on, and I have to watch more ads. So I'm doing that while I'm multitasking. Um, and I wanted to make this video because there's I guess an update, or I did get some more information about so for those that have watched my video, you kind of already know this, but for brief context, I've been wanting to get a counselor, start working with a counselor to, just have someone to talk to and maybe learn some new coping skills, or some sort of new insight, to help my mental health. I figure it at least won't hurt. But so the organization I want to do it through, they apparently only do assessments Thursdays and Fridays, is what I was first told. But then I called last Thursday, I got hooked up with somebody, and then I did the paperwork, and then the only scheduled time they had was the next day on Friday at 10 a.m., and I couldn't make it. I initially agreed, but then I had to call back and cancel because that was going to conflict with my ability to go to the gym. And like I was just saying, it's like, even though I haven't really been finding it enjoyable, like I've been needing to go to the gym for my mental well-being. So because of that, I had to cancel. And it's frustrating because they apparently can't schedule for the following week. And I was told that they do walk-ins as well, Monday through Wednesday, like 8 to 11, 8 a.m. to 11. And then walk-ins like all day on Friday, like from 9 to 5 or 8 to 5. But I this is a little, I know it sounds a little weird, but because that person sounded irritated with me, so I kind of didn't want to like clarify or follow up. So I went to the website. I couldn't find any information there, but I did go to their like contact us page or message us page, and I used a different email and I made up a false name and I sent a message and I was just like, hey, I heard you guys do walk-ins. What days do you guys do walk-ins? And I'm really thankful I did that. Use the Alias. Actually, I think I'm going to title this video Alias. Make it sound a little mysterious. But I'm glad I did, because my plan was to go, because the second person said Monday through Wednesdays they do walk-ins. So I was planning on going tomorrow on Tuesday, and I was concerned that either A, like what I was told was wrong, or maybe I misunderstood, and that would be a waste of time, or I go in and because it's not scheduled and they're busy, I'm not able to be seen, which would also be a waste of time, because it's like 45 to 50 minutes bus ride to there, and then another 45 50 minutes from, as well as 30 to 40 minutes of walking between the bus stops, both like for each way. So I mean, it eats up a pretty significant amount of time. So I was gonna just take the chance and go tomorrow, but that's why I was saying I'm really glad I used that kind of Alias and clarified, because I did get a message, and apparently I didn't ask what days, because I wanted to pretend to be someone else. So it's like, and I was concerned the same person that was irritated would be the one to message or read it and respond and be like, hey, this person, I don't know, so I kept it more vague. I didn't say, hey, is it Monday through Wednesday, 8 to 11? I was just like, hey, I heard you do walk-ins. And I'm glad I did, because they messaged me back. And I don't think it was the same person. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I didn't really pay too much attention. But they said they do walk-ins on Fridays. But I can call Thursdays, which I did last Thursday, and then get an appointment set up for the following day on Friday. Why they do it like this, why there's only limited times and days that you can do the assessments, I don't know. I would hope that there's a good reason, but it's still frustrating, because it's just I'm already depressed and not wanting to do that much, and it's just for me to just I don't know, it just would be nice just to call and be like, hey, I'd like a counselor. Okay, let's get you set up with an assessment. Not, oh, call these days and go in this day. And, oh, we can't schedule it a week in advance. You have to call that week. So I'm going to call, yeah, so I'm not going to go tomorrow, because apparently they don't do walk-ins. I don't know why I was told that. And I'm just going to call Thursday morning again at 8 a.m. when they open up. And my hope is that now that I've signed the paperwork, I've done all that preliminary stuff, I'm hoping that they can just, right when I call, immediately schedule me. There'll be more times for me to sign up on Friday. And then hopefully that's the case. And then because of that, I can get a better time to meet. So if I can get an assessment time at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., that would work perfectly. That would give me enough time to meet with my recovery Friday morning, head to the gym, work out for a decent amount of time, and then head to the organization, get the assessment, and then head home. That would work perfectly. I really don't want to miss a day in the gym, especially in my current state. So that's my plan. But at the same time, part of me just wants to just be F it. I don't want to jump through all these hoops just to, get help. But I know that's just short-sighted. I know that's not really a good idea. So that's my plan. I meet with my mental health prescriber on this Wednesday, so 2 days from now. And I'm going to talk to her about possibly getting on a second antidepressant, or seeing what sort of treatment options there are. I would like to keep taking my Wellbutrin. That has really helped. but maybe like an added antidepressant or something might be helpful. Just because it's like, I haven't been able to shake this depression. It's like, I've been able to do some self-care and like ameliorate some of the symptoms, but I'm still quite a bit more depressed than I was like several months back. So yeah, that's my plan. That's just how I'm doing. It's just like, I don't know, man. It just still seems like so pointless. Like, what's the whole point of life, honestly? You know, like at the end of the day, like, why are we doing this? I mean, we all eventually pass away, so it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Why not just take things into your own hands and, just not exist anymore? But trying to not think of those thoughts, it's just so hard. It really is so difficult to just not have those thoughts constantly. But yeah, I'm okay. Just forcing self care. I'm glad I shaved my head last night. I'm glad I've been showering every day. That's been helpful, of course. So yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty sleepy now. I took my sleep stuff before doing this. So I'm probably gonna go to bed afterwards, and then tomorrow, I'm planning on doing cardio again, the exercise bike, and then I'm gonna do some form workout. Not like this kind of form workout, but like curls, and then I also have those like form exercisers, the grip strength stuff. I have a variety of those in different strengths, so I'm gonna do that for form workout after I do the exercise bike. So I'm just trying to just keep consistent. I think that's super important, even if you don't. And I guess this is, I'm like, I guess just stating general advice that maybe other people can follow, but I think it's especially important to try to continue to be consistent, even if you don't want to do something like go to the gym or shower or brush your teeth. I think it's still important to make the best effort that you can to accomplish those, but to give yourself grace too. Like there's just some days where it's like just so depressed that it's like just getting out of bed and like eating a snack or like showering or just some very basic task and then going back and just bed rotting all day. I mean, some days you give yourself grace and just like take that as like a small victory. So I think there's like a balance. It's like you don't want to be too hard on yourself and be like, oh man, I didn't go to the gym today, like I haven't done my best self-care. But also to not like have no initiative or like not do anything. If you guys know what I mean. I think like with a lot of things in life, I think it's important to strike a balance, not have one extreme or another. Like ideally, like, with, my history of addiction, like, it wouldn't have been so problematic. Well, it's like, if I was able to like moderate, because, the extreme use obviously caused me a lot of problems, like with the nitrous oxide and the nerve damage and the alcohol and the DUI and whatnot. But, it's, not until I, started living in a sober living house and, getting over 3 years of sober time, complete sobriety was like really difficult too. So it's like, I guess I'm just thinking of this as an example. It's like that one extreme or another, like, but if I was able to like use moderately and responsibly, it's like, then you can still indulge in that substance use, but like not have complications. But obviously for me, as someone that, has struggled with addiction, obviously we don't do, we don't do moderation. Moderation just doesn't happen. So in that case, it kind of has to be all or nothing, or at least for me, like, it's like, I would much rather be completely sober than, you know, the other extreme. But still, I guess what I'm saying though is just balance could be pretty helpful in a lot of regards. I guess, you know, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say any more examples. My brain's kind of stopping working. I'm tired. But you guys probably know what I mean. So, you know, I think that's just good to keep that in mind too, is like try and strike a balance in most things that you do. So that's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job with the self-care and you know, doing things when I don't want to do them because I know it's good for my mental health. So yeah, that's all I have really. Again, sorry for, you know, not having a clean tank top and like not wearing a shirt. I don't know if I've explicitly stated in any of my previous videos, but you know, when you look at all my videos, most of the time I'm wearing like one of the two raggedy tank tops, and neither of those are clean right now, and I really dislike wearing shirts. I really strongly dislike wearing pants. Like I'm very picky when it comes to clothing. So because I don't have any clean tank tops, but I wanted to do a video, that's why I'm like this. But hopefully, like, you know, it's fine. I don't know. Let me know. Like, let me know if it's just like, hey, like that's not appropriate or like that's not acceptable. You know, please let me know so that way I can, you know, take your feedback into consideration and, you know, make a more conceited effort to be clothed every time. And if I can't be, then to not make the video. Let me know what you think. I have a feeling most everyone's probably not going to mind. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm not completely exposed. So, but I'm still curious. Let me know. And then I guess, you know, as always, you know, please feel free to comment just on whatever I've said. You know, like if something resonates with you, like maybe like the striking balance in your life, let me know. Evan, if you have any suggestions or want to share some of your life or your experience, you know, please do in the comments. I really enjoy reading everyone's comments. So with that, I'm going to go, and I will probably do another one of these in the next day or two. Maybe I'll do it sometime Wednesday evening. I think that'll work out well because then that's like every other day. And then I can let you all know what the results are from talking to my mental health prescriber and seeing, you know, what sort of treatment options, you know, we can go with. So I think that'll actually be a good time to make another journal video entry. So, okay, so now I'm done. So thank you guys. I don't want to keep rambling, as I am right now. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys next time.